So, got a Twosun here. This was sent to us by a channel member and friend Scott. And I don't remember what he said was going on with it, but I think it needed to be tuned up a little bit. So I was like, yeah, send it over, man. We'll take a look at it. Boy, this looks new. My guess is Scott got this and it hasn't left this box, because it's got the original oil on it. Now, maybe he just put it back in an oily wrapper, but he actually sent us two knives. And the other knife, that video dropped, I did a video on it. It was a TS219, and the detent was really strong on it. So, yeah, let's get this blade out on this one. I mean, what's up? TS196, M390. And I don't know if you're familiar with these knives, but man, is this a good one. What a wonderful knife. I mean, I can say pretty religiously right now that if Scott's having trouble with this one and it's a detent, it's because he's grabbing a lock bar right here, which this knife is very easy to do that, because naturally you want your finger here, and this knife's not going to put up with any contact on that lock bar. But without that, if I move this lock out of the way, yeah, I mean, it's a little, the detent is a little stiff on the knife. I mean, we'll take it apart. We'll clean it up. We'll check it out. But you want the detent to be stiff enough on this one so that when you deploy it, you can't fail it. I think that's the case right now. Let's try. I mean, my finger got in the way, but yeah, I wouldn't have failed it. It would have ran. Yeah. Wonderful. What a beautiful piece, man. I mean, whew. How would you love to put this in your pocket and carry it around every day? I mean, it's pretty. This is a good one. It's a TS. What is it? 196, I think. Yeah, it's on there. Beautiful anodizing. Pocket clips got wonderful ramps in and out. I mean, pretty slick. Let's get it apart. I am going to take a look at that detent on it. I mean, it's locking up way over here. We're just inside of that. Let's see where we are once we come apart with it. What a beautiful knife, though. You know, I will tell you, it's interesting. I buy the same knife and I go, oh, I really like this knife. But somehow, because it's somebody else's, there's a level of reverence that comes with it, you know? It looks better because it's somebody else's. I mean, there is not much room here to be messing with this at all. But I ain't shy. I'm gonna tune it just slightly. Just a little bittiest of movement on that. Because it is kind of stiff, and it's only stiff trying to unlock it. Reaching in there to unlock. It's got a ton of oil in it, though. It is an oily mess. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. All right. That's too much. Let's try that right there. I may very well have to come back at this and put some more tension on it, because the lock fails now. We'll try. We'll see. There wasn't a lot of adjustment to be had there. I think I took everything it's willing to give me. Now, can I mess with the steel insert and some other stuff? Yeah, but I mean, kind of don't want to do all that if we don't have to. So oily mess though. I'm gonna say that Scott sent this to me the way that he got it, because it's got oil in places that putting it in that bag would not have got all this in here. I don't think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But, oh, is this thing beautiful. Look at the milling. And then they polished this top surface, so it's just sheen. I mean, I'm not a big fan of a slippery knife, but man, is this thing beautiful. Gorgeous. Now, I know I have the knife. I don't think I have it anodized. I think the one I have is plain titanium. And more as I go forward, that's the way I buy them. I buy them. The plain version is the one that I'm looking for. But I gotta admit, this knife is beautiful. Yeah, for a factory knife, you know, coming straight out of the factory, straight out of Compton. I mean, the heat has settled in, and I am overrun with poison ivy, and so that heat is unbearable. Because, yeah, my arms are, I mean, I'm smashed. I'm loaded up, and so, man, that heat, oh, I can't handle it. Get out in the heat, and that poison ivy just wakes up. Got it on my neck, my ears, under my chin. Ugh. Running my tractor through the brush, and it was everywhere. And everywhere I drove, it was just running across my arms, my neck, under my chin. It was terrorizing me. Makes you want to take a flamethrower to it, to the whole place. Yeah. Okay. Internal stop pins. I mean, this is a piece. No question about it. And if you have the luxury to be able to have, I didn't even clean the blade, to have a piece like this and be able to put it in your pocket, come on. Mm-hmm. Gotta put all the pieces and parts together. Can't half measures, man. Yeah, need one of those first. How about it? That washer will run better, or the bearing will. Yeah, let's try that again. That's exactly how I knew too. Yeah. Completely transformed it by putting that washer in there. I got to put one of these in, balance out the tightness on these scales, front to back a little bit. Excuse me. And then we'll check this action. I think I'm a little tight. Well, moment of truth. Yeah, failed instantly. Yep. All right. Back in there. We're going to put a little tension back on that. I mean, a lot of times that's why the tension is overdone, is because whoever's doing the final assembly, you know, this whole thing don't whack the blade. They're doing it. How else do they know if they got it right? You know what I mean? Let's try that. Let me put a little bit on this detent ball track. A little oil right there. Three hours later. I mean, not 3 hours, but a minute. I mean, so here's what I had to do. I did have to take the metal insert out and remove the tiniest little bit of material to get this lock to come over. I mean, we're probably at like 20% now. I lightened the detent just slightly, but it locks up now and it doesn't fail. So that's job one. I think the biggest thing with this piece is it is really easy to get the fingers up on that lock bar. And any tension, like even that right there, just resting, I'm on the frame and the lock bar, well, it impacts the amount of force needed to break that. So it's really important on this knife to get fingers on the pocket clip. And if I go there, the knife breaks pretty easy. So I resolved this. I've tuned it up nice. I've cleaned it, and then I've gotten the lock to function well. And it's only going to get better. The more the knife's used, the more that'll improve. Same with this action. But the main thing is you got to keep the fingers off of that lock bar, that frame lock right here. Yep. Action, I mean, honestly, the action's pretty solid on it. It's basically drop shut, very smooth, very locked up. I mean, I like it. Because of the access on the frame and all that. Memory issues, man. Keeps knocking my camera down. But I resolved it. But anyways, main thing on this one is make sure and keep the fingers off of that frame lock. You're going to have to grab the clip. If you do that, this thing opens pretty easy. Drop shut. Yeah, pretty solid. It's easy to affect even the drop action on this one. Because look, my one finger, see how it's grabbing that? And this knife is sensitive to that contact. But I did improve this lock contact. It locks up solid. The tension on it is a little lighter. Pretty nice. Anyways, I'll get them shipped up or boxed up and shipped back to you. I appreciate you sharing with the channel. And yeah, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching.